Are you thinking of giving your kids your house?
Well, don't do it.
Do not give your kids your house. Now, there are a lot of complexities to this, like what happens if the joint tenant dies before you do? What if you do a transfer on death deed and it ends up going to their spouse instead of to your grandchildren? But the main reason is capital gains tax. You guys have all heard about it. Somebody's probably told you about it. Maybe when you bought your first house and then you upgraded to the next house, somebody told you about capital gains and how you had to reinvest that money within a certain amount of time. It's the same thing when you give your house to your child during your lifetime. That triggers the capital gains. Now, I know what you guys are gonna say. You're gonna say, well, I'll just sell it to them for $1. I heard somebody else did that and they have had no problem. Well, it's eventually going to catch up with them, because what's important for capital gains purposes is the appraised value of the property on the date of transfer. If you give it to them prior to you dying and you bought that house for $10,000, then there's $190,000 capital gains event. So if you sell it to them for $1, there's still going to have to be capital gains on the appraised value on that transaction. You can still give your children your house, but do it on the date of your death, on your passing. That way they get the stepped up basis for capital gains purposes. What does this mean? It means that if the value of your house is $200,000 on the date of your death, that's the basis that they inherit that house at. Make sure that if you want your children to have your house, that you do it correctly.